are in Dillon at the Sweetwater Coffee Shop, and in true fashion, Pierre is drinking lemonade. Trail name is Lemonade. So here we are, enjoying some time before the Patagonia store opens up, and the post office will be our next stop. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, the 29th. Wednesday morning. Tuesday or Wednesday? There's Pavel. Pierre's over here. We are walking down the road. We just got a ride to the trailhead from a true trail angel. No money accepted. Her name was Kathy. Retired.
65 miles.
65 miles to the trailhead, which is amazing for her to do. It took us over an hour.
130 miles.
Yeah, 130 mile round trip for her. So, true trail angel. Shared lots of stories. She's kind of a traveler like us. Retired early. Did a lot of neat things with her family, sailing for 6 years, spending many years in a adventure van. So true kindred spirit for sure. But anyway, walking down this gravel road for 7.5 miles to get back on the CDT, although this is the CDT essentially, to start this segment to West Yellowstone, which will take about 4.5 days.
Looking to the, I guess, north and west. You can see the highway out there that Kathy took us down. We've been hiking up this hill for quite a while. We still got a ways to go, but that's the direction we came from. It's amazing the distance you can travel by foot in a day.
So finally got on single track, 7.5 miles of uphill road walking. Nothing steep or anything, but it was hot. Got some breeze going here and some good views. Big expanses. Took our break in between break and lunch, and not sure how far we plan to go today. Our last water source is 16.1 in, which may be our finish, depending on how we feel. Looks like we have a lot of ups and downs. We'll just see how we feel. We've got, again, heavy packs at the start of the section as usual. So if we do carry water, it's going to be exceptionally heavy. So it won't be for very, very far. So anyway, we'll keep you informed.
Looking back to where we came from, we still got a couple hundred more feet before we top out. But this is the ridgeline we've been on all morning, climbing up.
Walking through the woods, trying to appreciate all the beauty around us. Mushrooms are even getting bigger. You can see my foot and the size of the mushrooms. Cool. It is about 4:45 and we just gathered water at this spring that's running nicely into this trough, and we are cameling up because we're going to plan on dry camping. We really wanted to do a couple more miles to make 19, 20, somewhere in there. So on our way out on this trail, we got one more bump to climb up. We've climbed 4,000 feet, I think, over the last 17 miles. So it's been mostly up, but just kind of slow, light grade most of the time, sometimes a little steeper, but we'll catch you when we get to camp.
Getting close to the end of the day, looking towards the south, going downhill over here. We are all cameled up with water, and for the next 3 miles, we've got all of our water we need for the next 15 miles. So needless to say, our packs are heavy as we're taking our time through the the trees, and down the hill. But it's been a good day.
Headed down to find a camp spot. It's nice going down, except when you got full pack sand water. It's a little treacherous. But yeah, when you're looking at this, it's pretty awesome. Got some darker clouds behind us, but hopefully that will stay behind us. And lots of these dead trees. Interesting. Big valley down there. It's raining. We had dinner. We actually set up the tent under this really nice tree, as you can see. It's all around us, kind of protecting us like an umbrella. Just in case it rained, and then as we were getting ready for dinner, the rain started. And, you know, we ate dinner under the tree, protected. We used our umbrellas. So we're all good. Pierre's filtering some water. We had to dry camp tonight. And so we had our dessert and tea. And yeah, we're gonna get into the tent and hunker down where it's nice and warm and dry. Good night.
Good morning. Renee's just finishing packing up her pack, getting ready for our morning. We camped underneath that tree that provided us plenty of protection from the rain last night. And so our tent wasn't too wet this morning. And we stopped just in time to have dinner and get in a tent before all the rain. There's a few other thru hikers that are in our area. They're the young ones who kept on hiking past as we were eating dinner, and they hiked into the rain because they wanted to make some miles. So we'll see how comfortable they are. Oh, look at that. Hey, Pavel's coming down the trail. He hiked just a little bit short.
Love our morning hikes, especially when we see the sunrise above mountains. Beautiful colors in the sky. It's very wet due to the rain last night, so as we walk through on the path, all the wetness is all in our shoes and our legs, and it's a little bit chilly, a little bit uncomfortable, but you always know that it'll dry later and we'll be hot and sweaty.
Oh.
Hello, morning.
Well, we had a setback this morning. We bebopping along, going through a meadow. In the middle of the meadow there was a tree that had a sign that we didn't really pay much attention to because the path was going straight. The sign was half eaten by the tree. We should have paid attention to that sign because we continued on a really good trail, well used, and went by a creek, which we should have sent us a warning signal, and continued. Then I finally pulled out my phone, and we were about 1.5 miles down that valley as opposed to up on this ridgeline. So had to hike back that 1.5 miles. So that's 3 miles of hiking this morning where it doesn't count. So now we got to make up our time and continue along the right trail, checking our maps probably more often.
Cool, we've been walking through the woods. It's been so much better than this morning. I'm not gonna lie, I was in a bad place this morning after a little mishap of extra miles. Plus we were trying to go uphill through overgrown, muddy trail, 1 foot forward, one foot back. It was just not fun, so I was in a bad place, but we've been walking in this nice trail for a while, up and down. We just came upon this section with all these big rocks, and you can hear the creek or the stream flowing. It's always a nice sound when you're thirsty. Saw some trail crew working on the trail, AmeriCorps. It's nice to see. We've seen lots of south or northbound hikers today making their way north.
This section of the trail is actually going through an experimental sheep farm, according to the sign. And they're raising sheep here, try to figure out how to make them the most productive and all that stuff. So there was warnings of sheep and then sheepdogs, but maybe they're not working because so far it looks pretty sheep free. But this is a pretty valley we're going through. I wouldn't mind being a sheep here. I don't know about the experiment part, but the sheep part would be okay.
Still walking in the grass. Name of the game this afternoon. Lots of it has been through meadow. Lots, you get little sections of woods where you get a path. And then sometimes it opens up like this. I think we're on like a 2-track road. Been climbing for a bit. Lots of ups and downs today. So, yeah, I need to be thankful on a hard day that we can be out here doing this.
So we decided to take a break underneath this tree. And while we're taking a break underneath this tree, it decided to rain. I don't know if you can see the rain coming down, but it's raining. The tree's protecting us from the rain, and it's sunny. This is the typical mountain weather that you got to deal with, and we're fortunate enough that we're dealing with it by hanging out underneath the tree.
All tucked in, ready for bed. Had a dinner of macaroni and cheese. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing that because we have that every week. But we actually ended. I had a mentally tough day after our mishap this morning and the terrain that we were going over, the rain, the mud. Anyway, the straw that broke the camel's back was we got off trail again this evening.
No, we didn't.
Well, the trail was mismarked.
Yeah.
So, and I was just done. So anyway, we did 23 miles, but really that was only 19 and a half trail miles. So we will make it up tomorrow. Hopefully we will stay very vigilant and not get off trail. I just want to turn the camera around so you guys can see a second, or the roof of our tent. All the bugs
That are on the opposite side of the screen,
they're not in the tent. They're having a grand old time there. They weren't too bad when we were outside, like having dinner and stuff, but they all like to hang out the roof of the tent. So anyway, good night. See you tomorrow.